Whenever someone comes to me for the courses or for some other purpose, the first question I ask to them is, what's your level in English? And then guess what happens? They get completely blank. They stop texting me because they don't have answers for this. And sometimes they even ask me to do that. They say that, can you check my level please? Sure, I can do that. But you have to know the importance of knowing your level. When you know your level, you will not have to be dependent upon anybody, or simply you know how to check your level. If you know it, then you will not have to wait for somebody, that someone else will come and tell that what's your level, or just guide you with all these things. You can guide yourself. You can have that organized preparation. Now you would be thinking that what kind of preparation I am talking about. So yes, it's also a kind of preparation only, right? You are organizing your days, you're organizing your time, that this much of time I have to do for my listening, this much of time for writing, and followed by speaking, or whatever I missed in the 4 keys. You know it very well, okay? So if you are doing it in such an organized manner, so it's a preparation. You are giving time to it. You are setting a goal. You are setting a target for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months even. And some people who are absolutely determined, so they are doing it for 1 year and more, even more than that, because it keeps on going. It's not something that you are starting today and it will end on some or the other day. No, it has to keep on going. And that is why we call it, see, it's language, okay? Simply, I will conclude that it's a language. And today in this video, what I'm going to do, I will be telling you step by step how can you understand what's your level, whether you are at basic, intermediate or advanced level. If it is needed, I will also be giving you some practical examples, or the way I really ask questions, the way I really judge people or test their level in my sessions, or whenever I am supposed to do. So how do I do that? I will also be giving some kind of practical examples. Let's see how it goes. And the most importantly, what I will be doing, I will be hinting you or suggesting you people with some of the platforms where you can check it, because no matter what I explain or how much I explain, sometimes it feels less to us or less to the people. So with those platforms, you will be able to get the scores directly. Means you will have to perform some kind of tests, or some questions would be there, and for that you will be getting scores. So that is also a best way. But sometimes people find it boring, that why will I be asking too many questions like that. And at times it's not that accurate as well, because that robot or that AI whatsoever is there, so that is judging you based on those questions. And we are not here for that accuracy really. Means we need accuracy, but not really, because sometimes they may judge you for your preposition, for your parts of speech you are using, or for some sort of grammar concepts that are little negligible. So they will judge you for each and everything. But we don't judge ourselves, or we just don't really judge humans for this, because you are working professionals. If you are a homemaker or you are doing some kind of job like that, so you need fluency. You need to mesmerize others with your speech. You need to sound attractive. So sometimes it's better that you get feedbacks from others, okay? Hello everybody, this is Tanya, your ESL coach, and now let's get into this video. Let me start with the basic level. So to determine that whether you are at basic level, if I simply ask you, can you introduce yourself or tell me something about yourself? If you're speaking in this manner, that my name is this, or some people, if you know, then we never say myself Tanya Kumari. Some people say, I have heard people speaking like this also, that myself. The first thing you should exclude. Again, I'm not here for teaching, but I just thought of telling this, so I said this. But still, if you're starting it like this, that my name is Tanya Kumari, I study this, or I have done my graduation. If you are able to say all these things, even if it is in a little broken manner, then also it's fine. Because I know if I'm speaking like my name is Tanya Kumari, so you will see some basic level people, they don't speak like this. Sometimes they say I am Tanya Kumari, and then they look here and there, or they take some pause. That is okay. But at least if you are finishing it, if you are finishing your introduction by saying your name, your place, your education, your qualification, your occupation, and then you are ending it, anyhow you are ending it, fine. So I'm telling that when you can consider yourself that you are at basic level. The second is, if I ask you, and yes, meanwhile I'm asking you all these questions, you can test yourself that whether you are actually able to answer it or not. So simultaneously or by watching this video, you can, by the end of this video, you can really recognize what your level is, okay? So I really don't know how this, my voice or my words or this video is really impacting, or so you can only guess it or you can only feel it, but you can let me know on the comment section. Fine. Okay, I forgot to say one more thing. Links for those platforms you will get in my description box. Now next, if I ask you how was your day, most of you, what you do, if I ask you how was your day, so you can't really recognize that which tense you have to speak in, or even if you know, so you're not able to search for the words, you're not able to find it. If you say today I wake up at this time, so today I woke up, because you're talking about past, you, that morning has become your past now, okay? Even if we are using the word today, yesterday one of my students asked me that if we are explaining about today, they consider today is present, then why we are speaking in past? Oh, morning has become your past now, afternoon has become your past now. If I started to shoot this video at 9 and now it is 9:01, even by 1 second it becomes your past, okay? So all these things are your past, okay, fine. But if you are speaking like this, that I took shower, or even if you say, suppose if you went to the market in the morning and you are saying that I was go in the market, or to the market, means I'm speaking wrong, so I'm forgetting what to really say. So yeah, even if you're saying like I was go, then also it's fine. You can consider yourself you are at the basic level, even if you're speaking wrong grammar, but at least you are finishing your words. I'm coming back to my point now. So even if you're speaking broken English, if you're using wrong grammar, but you have good collection of vocabulary, good collection in the sense, like if you're able to explain all the things, means every time you're not getting stuck कि इसको क्या बोलेंगे उसको क्या बोलेंगे, every time. Sometimes you're getting stuck, 50% of the time you're getting stuck, it's all right, but 50 to 60% of the time you're not getting stuck and you're able to convey your words, then you are at basic level. और whatever is whatever something जो भी आपको यहाँ पे नहीं मिल रहा है, whatever you're not getting through my words, तो I think the platform will help you, but still you should analyze yourself. आपको खुद समझना है that what level you are at, आप किस level में हो, और ये सारी चीज़ें आपको बताती है. And how can you get to know it? I can give you one more trick. Turn on your camera, shoot your video, ask these questions to yourself, or just ask someone else to sit in front of you and ask them to ask you. उनको बोलो कि आप मुझसे पूछो that tell me about yourself, or how was your day, what are your plans for this weekend. So you will be answering, and then once all these things get done, you listen to your recording and then you test yourself कि कहाँ, क्योंकि जो basic level में भी होते हैं ना, the people who are at basic level, they know very well what are their mistakes, at least by 50% or 60%, so they know it, because जो basic level में होते हैं, they have as so far I have felt that most of them have that basic concepts. They know the grammar, or they know kya, go, went, gone, do, did, done, they know all these things, okay? But at the time of speaking, they are not able to frame it correctly, they forget it. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको नॉलेज नहीं है, यू डू हैव द नॉलेज, बट इट्स नॉट हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ प्रैक्टिस और सम फॉर सम अदर रीजन. डजेंट मैटर रीजन क्या है, बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर आपकी इंग्लिश ब्रोकन है पर यू आर एबल टू फिनिश योर आइडियाज. ऐसा नहीं कि आप रुक गए, ब्लैंक हो गए, हाँ, लेकिन पुश चाहिए होता है. समटाइम्स क्या होता है, हम थक जाते हैं, लाइक वी गेट टायर्ड, पीपल गेट टायर्ड एंड दे डोंट वांट टू ट्राई इट एनी मोर. वो नहीं ट्राई करना चाहते हैं दोबारा, तो उसमें आपको किसी और की पुश की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. दैट व्हाट आई यूजुअली डू विद माई लर्नर्स. पर हाँ, वेन एवर यू आर अलोन इन द रूम, तो आई डोंट थिंक सो यू विल गेट स्टक, बिकॉज नोबडी इज रियली जजिंग यू देयर. यू कैन मोटिवेट योर सेल्फ कि ठीक है, लेट्स जस्ट फिनिश इट. तो फिनिश करते हुए आपको, अगेन लास्ट टाइम आई थिंक आई एम स्पीकिंग मोर, मैं ज़्यादा बोल रही हूँ, मैं बस कंक्लूड करूँगी इस बात से कि ब्रोकन निकल रही है इंग्लिश, कोई बात नहीं. ग्रामर रॉन्ग हो रहे हैं, कोई बात नहीं. वर्ड्स में स्टक हो रहे हैं हम, ठीक है, 40 to 50% टाइम इट्स ओके, पर हर टाइम है तो आप बिलो बेसिक हो, बिलो बेसिक मतलब बिल्कुल बहुत ज़्यादा वर्ड्स, बहुत ज़्यादा सेंटेंसेस करने की ज़रूरत है आपको, ठीक है। एंड ठीक है, तो इतनी अगर है, हम बता पा रहे हैं कि कल हमने क्या किया, थोड़ा बहुत टूटे फूटे बिट्स एंड पीसेस, टुकड़ों में अगर हम बता पा रहे हैं तो इट्स ऑल राइट। और देन योर इंट्रोडक्शन, योर डेली रूटीन मतलब आज क्या किया आपने, टुमारो what are your plans for this weekend and all. If you're able to say all these things, then it's all right, you are in the basic level. और ये भी वैरी करता है, जब सिचुएशन और इससे नीचे है, what I told you, then it's below basic. Situation is little improved, then you are above basic. और that's why we say basic में हम A1 A2 consider करते हैं, okay, A1 A2. But yes, if you talk to an expert, then expert will be able to give you better answer. Now you people will come and hit me कि अभी तो ये बोल रही थी कि ठीक है खुद से analyze करो so that you will not be have to be dependent on anybody, and then you are saying कि expert हो तो बेहतर है. ठीक है, fine, let it be. You can do one thing. First, you try to analyze your level or determine your level with the criteria I am telling to you. Then you write it somewhere, and then you use the platform as well, so that you will be able to match that what you guessed about yourself, was that really correct? And now you match it with the platform or with that AI or robot or the platforms I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. Okay, now comes intermediate level. And intermediate also, in intermediate also you have two options: below intermediate B1, above intermediate B2. और समटाइम्स ये भी फिक्स नहीं होता है, कभी कभी यू आर जस्ट उसके बीच में हम अटक जाते हैं ना, जब हम कहते हैं इंटरमीडिएट कम एडवांस और बेसिक कम intermediate, तो it depends, you will have to analyze again. So for intermediate I will say you are able to speak in almost all the topics, but again problems are there, you are committing errors, you are forgetting words, you have lack of vocabulary, your framing, the way you frame the sentences is not really good, or sometimes it does not sound natural. It sounds as if you are deliberately speaking those things, मतलब you are intentionally, purposely, ज़बरदस्ती उस चीज़ को निकाल रहे हैं. तो if it all these things come, it's all right, but just imagine that you are able to speak on almost all the topics. सारे topic पे आप at least बोल तो पा रहे हो, that is the plus point. Okay, then you are able to survive in a group also. Means if in a group everybody is speaking, so you are also able to speak over there. You are not really feeling left out, that everybody is speaking and you are just quiet over there. If you have that introvert nature or you are shy, then it's a different case altogether. But if these problems are not there, so you will be able to survive in that group. So consider yourself that you are an intermediate level. And also when you reach to a stage when you think that you don't really need help of somebody, you can manage on your own, means you can improve your vocabulary, expressions, idioms and some other stuffs, some really contents you can improve in yourself. And then you think that even if you are making mistakes, so by practicing you can improve all these things, then I would consider you that you are above intermediate or you are intermediate come advanced. Okay, because if you are able to do all those things on your own. And in some cases people are lazy, they don't want to do on their own, they just want somebody to guide them, and which is completely natural, because when we think agar humse nahi ho raha, and if somebody is there, if a trainer is there, so they will guide us again in an organized manner, means it's going so smooth, it may be going so smooth, or they don't need to put efforts in. For advanced level, if you are at advanced level, then you know you are amazing. आपको पता है, you know it very well that you are at advanced level, and nobody has to tell you this, because when you reach to that stage, you become so brilliant at it, and you almost get all the ideas, you find yourself good enough. But there are some problems still, means they are not satisfied with themselves. If they are working in any MNC companies, or they have some similar jobs where they need English, then even if they are at advanced level, so they don't consider themselves like that. Why? Because they start comparing, as I said, they have or whenever they observe their colleagues, so they are better than them, and then they start underestimating themselves, they start taking themselves for granted, they think that still there are things I need to improve. And the mistake they do is they again go back to the basic level. And again, nothing wrong is there, because at basic level also you may be learning something new, because when we know some advanced things, so sometimes people lack with the basic things also. It happens, it's true. So if they are doing, it's all right, but if they are losing their confidence, if they are underestimating themselves, then it's not right. So in that case, yeah, for advanced level, how would you get to know that you are at advanced level? First thing is, in order to know you are at advanced level, you have to make sure that you are able to speak in all the topics. I'm not saying here that almost all the topics, but you are able to speak in all the topics. Whether you are speaking right, you are really speaking something fruitful, your words are really making sense. For example, if you're talking about politics, if you don't have knowledge about prime minister, president, and what's really happening, that internal politics and all, if you don't know about all these things, that's all right, but you are able to survive there again with good framing of the sentences. You are able to use good words. You are not really saying the things in a simple manner, but you are trying some advanced things instead. You are trying some advanced phrases instead, and all the time you are trying to use some idioms. If you are learning, or if this is in your habit, you are trying to use some phrases and the phrasal verbs instead of those simple words. So then you are at advanced level for sure. Okay. And yes, sometimes some other factors are also there, like pronunciation, the way you pronounce the things, and accent does not matter at all. Okay, you can pick up any accent you have. If you sometimes you have mother tongue influence as well, like your South Indian especially, so it does not really matter, but if you can improve it, then you should improve that. And yeah, one of the flaws that I have noticed, or one of the weakness I have noticed in some of the advanced level learners, for some reason, because of their environment, or for some reason, they are good at speaking, they are good at pronunciation, they use such a beautiful terms, or they are overall very very good, but they sometimes they need grammar. If you try to confuse them, they will get confused so easily. If you just ask them, they will use properly that she does and has, have everything. They will miss, these are the basic things, I'm just giving example, everything they will use so perfectly, but once you try to confuse them, they will get confused so easily. And if you say that, why are you saying she does, why are you not saying she do, so then they will start to think, oh, she's right, I think I should use do. So that is also, that can also become problem sometimes, but it does not really matter. It depends if you really want to know that or not, because I have some students, some learners, they come and ask us that I want to know, or I want to learn grammar from the very basic. There could be multiple reasons for that, whether they want to become a teacher, or they want to know the difference, what they are speaking, whether they want to know that whether they are speaking right or wrong. So if you want to know all these things, if you want to learn from the basic, but you have good speaking, again, some people would be thinking, who are at basic level, that if someone can speak so well, so fluently, so flawlessly, then what's the need of knowing that grammar? But don't worry, this is the reality, and sometimes people need it, because everybody has their own needs, and we should not really judge them for that. All right, so these are the criteria you can use to analyze your level, that what level you are at in English language. Let's talk about the platforms now. Here I'm taking two platforms. The first is Cambridge English and the second is British Council. This British Council I've used personally back then in 2022 or somewhere around, for my learners only, because I needed to do that. So I did that. It was good, but again, as I talked about the accuracy at the beginning, so yes, sometimes it varies and you need to check it. You can analyze it, you can determine it only if you do it, and I can get to know that whether it's actually working or not by your comments. You people will let me know what level are you getting by using the criteria I mentioned, and the level you are getting when you are using this British Council or the the Cambridge English. When you are using these platforms, so what you are getting your level there, and what do you think what level you are at. So both things you will combine, and then you will get some idea. Okay, so now I am eagerly waiting for your comments. I really want to know what levels you are determining for yourself, and this will be the first step towards your English journey, towards this journey that you really want to walk in. So for that, this is your first step, because if you know your level, you will be able to organize the things in a perfect manner. You know where you have to go, because if you don't know what your level is, it becomes so difficult. So don't let it happen. Get your level, or just determine your level by using this criteria or by using this platform. Then match both the things, the level you think you are thinking you are at and the level you are getting from those platforms. So that is very, very important. You just can't rely on your way of determining, and you can't rely on those platforms as well. And if it's possible, then take the feedbacks also from others. Okay, do all these things. Now see you soon in the next video. Till then, bye. Thank you so much.